As our 2023 edition of the World Confectionery Conference fast approaches, we speak to Surmaya Talyarkhan of Fairtrade Foundation regarding her participation as a keynote speaker at the event, discussing some of the major challenges facing farmers in West Africa and around the world.
Well, thank you very much for the invitation. I'm really looking forward to giving one of the keynote speeches. I think Fairtrade has a lot to talk about in the realm of cocoa, and we've got some new things we want to share. So we're very much looking forward to being part of the conference.
One of the key things that you're involved with is in terms of sustainability for the cocoa supply chain. How vital is it that those key goals are fulfilled in your eyes?
Definitely. I think farmers face a lot of challenges in the cocoa supply chain, and Fairtrade exists to make a difference for those cocoa farmers. I think there's a lot of encouraging signs on the horizon, but I'm looking forward to the opportunity to talk through what Fairtrade does and how we do it.
And in terms of the work that's being done on the ground by Fairtrade, can you talk to us about the actual impact you're having through the work with those communities?
We recently in December relaunched our cocoa standards with new measures around human rights, environmental due diligence, traceability, but most excitingly, I think the farmers feel the benefits of the trainings from the producer networks. So we recently published the monitoring report, which shows that in West Africa, over 40,000 farmers benefited from the training from Fairtrade Africa in all sorts of areas, including good agricultural practices, climate change, child labour, and they're demonstrating increased skills as a result of that training.
So in regards to the child labour remediation plans that you've been putting in place there, they've been updated recently. So how much of a difference do you feel they're going to make?
I'm very excited about Fairtrade's child labour programme that we launched in July. I think it's a focus on prevention. So in many cases, farming communities may need investment to make a difference. And through this programme, we're able to offer investment that they can apply for funding from the programme for instance, in investments in education or income diversification. This first year, Fairtrade International is hoping to fund up to 10 applicants. So we'll be able to learn the lessons from that and scale it up in future years.
Good to hear indeed. And just coming to some breaking news, which we mentioned about in Ghana they're looking to pay farmers more by up to 63%, which the government has just announced. I know this is new news, but I'm sure that Fairtrade would welcome this development.
Over the course of my time at Fairtrade, I've been incredibly lucky to visit farmer organisations, not yet cocoa organisations, but farmer organisations around the world. And the resourcefulness and the resilience that people display is phenomenal. And I've seen firsthand the difference that Fairtrade can make, which is incredibly motivating.
So are you hopeful that your work will have ongoing positive impact in the months and years ahead?
Definitely, but not just our work. I think we're seeing governments, both in producer countries and in consumer countries, taking a real leadership role in sustainability. I think there's a move towards mandatory sustainability in the European Union. And on top of that, the actions of the governments of Côte d'Ivoire and Ghana driving better prices for farmers. I think it's all very positive. And what we're seeing also is businesses getting together, recognizing no one actor can solve these problems. And finally, consumers, 9 out of 10 consumers know the Fairtrade mark and continue to buy Fairtrade. I think we can see that consumers also are keen to see change for farmers.
Brilliant.